Top 10 best guest rap verses. I feel like that could have been phrased another way, but this is what we have. Top 10 best guest rap verses. Best features in rap. Looks like this is all time, I guess. This is by BDot, Brian BDot Miller, formerly of the Rap Radar podcast. And everything else, you go figure it out. He's the list guy. He's always putting out a list. People call him a dumbass nigga right afterwards. But this is the reason why he does it. To get the people going. He's doing it for the talk. He's doing it to get the people going. So this is the most recent list he put out. This was yesterday, March 27th. Guest star, final, unlisted is what he tweets. He got a whiteboard, you know what I mean? He was in his bag. He was scribbling. He's scribbling. Like you can see he erased some shit. He did one of these moves. He was scribbling, you know what I mean? He was working hard, putting a list together of his top 10 best guest rap verses. Let's go over the list. If y'all not familiar with some of these songs, we'll play them. But it seems like at the bottom, his criteria is one verse, the impact it had, and the skill it took to either write, record, perform the verse, or just skill in general. That's his criteria. He always likes to have criteria. And then he got something else here at the bottom right that says me and stream. It's color coordinated. I don't know what that really means. But let's get into the list. All right. Number 1. Life's a Bitch, AZ's verse on Nas's Illmatic album. Phenomenal fucking verse, can't lie. Life's a Bitch, AZ and Nas. Illmatic, Nas's first album. AZ smoked that shit. He smoked that shit. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Visualizing the realism of life in actuality. Depends on salary, am I right? Yo, he smoked it. I'm not gonna play it cause they gonna strike my shit. Pause. Hey, yo, nobody's striking nothing. Pause. But that's a fire verse, number 1. I do like it a lot. I mean, maybe he's going based off of like, this is one of the first guest rap verses that we heard. Because, you know, Illmatic came out in what year, y'all? 94. So in 1994, I was blank years old. I don't remember this shit. I wasn't of age to be bumping this shit at that time. So I'm guessing nostalgia has a little bit to do with this. If I'm just trying to figure out how he chose to pick this. So, Life's a Bitch, AZ. Great verse. I'm not putting any of these in order. We're just going through the list. Number 2, Andre 3K on International Players Anthem. See what year that came out. 2007. 2007. So, I type a text to a girl I used to see saying that I chose a cutie pie with who I want to be. But I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I CC around town. And I hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Wetness all around me, true. But I'm no island. Peninsula, maybe. Makes no sense. I'm no crazy. Give up all that pussycat with spaceships. Fire verse. I mean, that is a memorable verse, just as much as Life's a Bitch AZ's verse is. So, hey, I'm rolling so far. This is where it gets a little recency biased, but I'm still rolling a little bit. Number 3, however, I don't know if it even makes the top 10 realistically, but obviously Kendrick is having a moment. Big moment. Not to downplay it. Kendrick Lamar like that on the Metro and Future. What is it? Don't Trust You, Can't Trust You. Y'all know the one. That album. Kendrick. It was impactful. That's one of the criteria. Impact is that was huge. That was a big one. Nicki Minaj Monster verse. Woo. We got some phenomenal verses on here. I can't lie. I can't be biased. Nicki Minaj Monster on Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. How does he start? Pull up in the monster automobile gangster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. She smoked it. Best verse on that song. Definitely best verse on that song. With a song with Jay, Kanye. And who else is on Monster? Is it Pusher? Monster. Who else is on that motherfucker? Jay, Kanye, Nicki. Oh, and Rick Ross. Bitch, I'm a monster. Yeah, okay. Yep. I wonder if he did this purposely, because he does this to make people feel something. You know what I'm saying? When you make content, and especially if you make lists, it's an easier version of making content, because you just write and think of some shit and put it on a paper or a list, and now you got think pieces. Just like I'm talking about it right now, that's the purpose of him doing it. But within that, he put Nicki Minaj over Lil' Kim. I would put Nicki Minaj over Lil' Kim, but y'all know that was a thing years ago when Nicki was, you know what I mean, coming up. Kim tried to, or the internet or people tried to say, oh, she's biting Kim's style, you know what I mean, from, just to give you a little insight on Nicki Minaj's, what was that album called? Beam Me Up, Scotty. Now, not specifically the album, I'm looking for a specific picture that was associated with this Nicki Minaj era. Nicki Minaj pose squat. There we go. So you see people already looking for. Oh my God, this is what I'm looking for. Here we go. Bam. This is the comparison. This is from the hardcore Lil' Kim album, and this is, you know, Nicki Minaj doing it. Now it's just a pose. People don't own poses, but with that, you know, people put them against each other, and you know, I think they didn't help in trying not to make that a narrative. So it was a narrative. Did BDot put Nicki above Lil' Kim on this on purpose? Who knows? But Lil' Kim, Quiet Storm remix. Mobb Deep. Phenomenal verse. Phenomenal verse. I mean, I don't even know how much to say about that. I want to make it through the list. Drake, Stay Scheming, another impactful verse. Shout out to the Drizzy. Shout out to the boy. Stay Scheming. I would probably have Stay Scheming a little bit higher, but I can see why, because this is the second diss record, or diss verse, we should say, on this list. Because the Kendrick Like That was a diss specifically to, obviously, you know, Cole and Drake. Future really wasn't dissing on that shit, so we can't say it was a diss record. Same with Stay Scheming. Drake was dissing Common. Of all people, he flamed this nigga Common up. Gave us one of the best Drake verses in history. One of the best records in history. Stay Scheming. French Montana and Rick Ross is also, it's Rick Ross's song. They are on that record. They not talking about no beef shit. Drake, however, smoked them. You got Made You Look, Jadakiss, the remix. The Made You Look remix. Nas, Made You Look song. The remix did have Jada and Ludacris. I'm not gonna lie, I like Ludacris verse probably equally as much as Jadakiss on that. If I'm really being honest, I do like Luda's verse equally as much as I like Kiss's verse. Let's keep going. Jay-Z's Diamond remix. Okay, I'm rolling. Nas Live at the Barbecue. A lot of people may not know that one. Nas Live at the Barbecue. A lot of people might not know this one. Like you gotta be a hip hop head to know this. 91. This is 91, y'all. This is before Nas even dropped Illmatic. Akinelli, Joe Fado. This is real Queen shit. So if this is too niche, too specific, go check it out. Go do your homework, do your research. It's worth it. It's worth it. And then finally, Busta Rhymes Scenario remix. This is also a throwback. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? As I combine on the heal up, wheel up, bring it back, come grind. Power from impact, boom from the cannon, and it. Yo, Fire. Go look it up. Tribe Called Quest, another 91 song. So he got this shit all over. He got shit as early as 91. He got shit as recent as 2024. When it comes to the lists, it's tough because you're never going to remember and think of every guest feature that ever happened, every guest rap verse. So let's just start there. It's people that's probably left off of this list right here that feel away, that probably should have been on it. I can't see any song on here that I would replace just because I don't even know what I would be replacing it with. These are 10 legit records that should be on here. The order and the list being a thing in general is where it gets a little like, oh, god damn it, motherfucker. Like, what are we doing? How are you? I mean, you got your criteria. One verse, impact, skill. I mean, Busta Rhymes scenario verse, I would think that's like super skillful. Andre 3K, super skillful. I mean, it had great impact. I remember that record when it came out. So, I don't know, man. It's a list. Y'all let me know in the comments. And like and subscribe if you've been vibing with me so far. I should have said this at the beginning. Like and subscribe. Notifications, bell, all of the things. Put some comments in the chat if you're here right now on YouTube. Put some comments down there. Let me know what you think should be on here, what shouldn't be on here. If you change the order up, let me know. Let me know.